final image created here by PythonTurtle has a background whose color is transitioning smoothly from yellow up here to blue down here. We call this background a gradient. I am underlining the word. And to draw the background, actually it will take time if we use like speed 1 or 2 or 3. So what we did here is for number 4, we put the false for the screen tracer so that the tracing of the commands here from number 4 up to number 19 will not be updated until number 19 command is reached here. So just in case the 19th command is reached here, the updating of all the commands here from number 4 to number 19 will be started. And by number 19, the background would have been displayed instantly on the screen. Well, anyway, okay, let's start with number 5 here. How do we create the gradient background? First, we define the initial color, 110. We are using here the color mode 1. Note at the upper portion here, let me check on that. The color 110 in command number 5 is the same as 255, 2550 if the color mode is used. Color mode 255 is used. But we are not using a color mode 255 here in number 5. We're using here the default color mode 1. The 1 corresponds to 255 and the 0 here corresponds to 0. Okay, what is 110? So this is yellow. Note that 255, 2550 is also yellow. So we start with yellow for the background. And then what is the target color here? Command number 6, the target color is 001, and this is blue. This is blue. The same as 0, 0, 2, 5, 5. Now the advantage of using numbers 0 and 1 is that we can have decimals in the numbers inside the set. And then on number 7, we define the width of the screen and the height of the screen. The width of the window here is defined. You know, whatever window width you have initially, that's going to be the window width that's going to be used by the program here. And then the H is the window height. Just in case you want to change your window width and window height, you just put here the number inside the parentheses here. And then since our color is transitioning from yellow to blue, so we have to change the values of the 3 numbers inside. So let's go back to command number 5. The 1 will be little by little becoming 0, and the 1 in the middle will be little by little becoming 0, and then the third number 0 will be little by little becoming 1. So this is the delta. When you read the command here, it seems to be quite not easy to understand. So I wrote here what command number 8 means. Command number 8 is just similar to getting the difference between the final, that's the color 2, the final, and the initial number. For example, let's start with the 1 in command number 5 here, the 1 I'm circling, and the 0 I'm circling here. The 1 is the initial number for red, and the 0 is the final number for red. So what is the delta here, or the change? It's gonna be 0. The color 2 index 0 is 0. I'm checking that. And then the color 1 index 0 is 1. And then we divide the difference of the two numbers by the height of the screen you're using. For example, the height that you are using is, for example, 300, then 0 minus 1 over 300, that's going to be the delta. That's going to be the change of the number from 1 to 0. So in the same, similarly, the change for the middle value is going to be defined here, 0 minus 1 over h. And then the change in the value of the third, okay, is defined here, 1 minus 0 over h. So as we go down from the first line here, I have my arrow on the right side of the screen. From this point here, going down to the last row here, the three numbers in the color will be different. Number 9, we assign what the color of the pen is. It is color 1. Remember that color 1, command number 5 is the initial color. And as you can see over up here in the illustration, it is yellow. Now, we raise the pen up so that we don't generate any line for the meantime. And then we go to negative W2 h over 2. So this is the half of the width. For example, the width is 400. So negative 400 over 2 is going to be negative 200. And then the y value of the point is h over 2. For example, the h is 300. So this going to be 300 over 2 is 150. Now, where is this point? It is the upper left portion. I'm indicating that on the drawing on the right side. This is what you call the negative W over 2 H over 2. We're going to start drawing the background from this point here. And then number 12, command number 12, we put the pen down to start drawing the background. Now, before we go to the loop of drawing lines from left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, we introduced this sign here in line number 13 to change the algebraic sign of the distance over which the pen is drawing, so that we can draw from left to right if it is positive. Okay. And we can go from right to left if it is negative. So negative 1, positive 1. And then we start with the loop now. Remember that we are drawing many lines, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. The distance here is a variable changing in value from 0. So we start with 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. until we reach the last value here. in the range. The range starts with h over 2, and it ends with negative h over 2. What does this h slash slash do? It is just telling us on the lower portion of the screen that the value of h slash slash 2 is always an integer. It's always the number to the left of the decimal point, just in case the answer in h slash 2 is an integer. So the number here is always an integer, integral quantity. And then the change in the value of h slash slash 2 is just 1. So, okay, we're going from the very first line here. And we're going down from positive h slash slash 2 to negative h slash slash 2. One point difference at a time. And then, okay, how do we draw the lines? First, we start the point here, remember, on the right side of the screen. This is the negative W2H over 2. We draw from that point. In this case, we go forward W units. What is the width of the screen? That's command number 15. And since the sign here is positive, so the turtle is drawing from left to right. And then for command number 16, the color is changing now. Command number 16 here, the color is changing now by the delta. The delta is actually the rate of change of the color. For example, for the red, we are changing from 1 in number 5 to 0 in number 6. That's for the red. Okay, and then so that we can go down, we can set y value. Remember that the y value is changing. We have to change the value of y as we go down. And then we have to change the value of the forward. We have to change the value of the distance to negative so that we can draw from right to left. Okay, when we reach number 19, as I mentioned a while ago, the whole screen will be drawn instantly. So this is the time that we update command number 19. And you will see the background colored yellow up there, and then slowly transitioning to blue down here. Now let's go to the stamped images of the planet in orbit. Um, First, we turn the direction of the turtle right 113 degrees because what we need to do here is draw the first image of the planet here, the smaller one here. I'm checking on that. Um, the drawing of the smallest image here will be starting from this point here, which is negative 150, 250. I'm indicating that I'm drawing that point here on the upper portion of the image, and the command for that is command number 24. Note that before I go to negative 150, 250 here, I put the pen up 23, line number 23, so that I do not generate any line. And note also that the last position of the turtle was on the last row here at the bottom of the background. Okay, so once I have already turned the direction of the turtle 113 degrees to the right, I initialize the radius as 20, the radius of the smallest the circle here, yeah, is 20 pixels. Okay, after I have put the pen on the negative 150 250, I go forward line number 450. So what's gonna happen is this invisible line here. Note that the pen is up. Okay, and then when I reach this portion here, I will start the fill color procedure. The fill color procedure is from number 26 up to number 29. I am making the color of the planet. This is white 111, and then I will begin the fill. That's the second step for the procedure. And then line number 28, I am drawing the circle with the radius 20 pixels given in line number 21 up there. So this small circle here is already drawn. And then I will end with the peel color procedure in number 29. Now, before I draw the second stamp image of the planet, I make the radius increase by 5. Look at the lower portion of the image here. The circle is a bit bigger because the radius is a bit bigger. And then I turn the turtle a bit to the left. That means it's gonna be like this one here. Okay. And then I can go back to the first step of the loop here. Again, I go back to number 23, pen up, and then I go to the center of rotation. It is the negative 150, 250 here. And then I go forward. And then I start with the fill color procedure. It is white, and then I repeat the steps, begin fill, and then draw the circle. It's gonna be filled white, and then the end fill. So I'm done with the two images here. What to expect after that? The radius of the next stamp image will be larger, and the turtle direction will be changed so that we are ready for the third image here. Okay, this larger, and then even have we will have an even larger here, and then we will actually repeat the loop 7 times. Look at number 22nd command. It is 7 times, so you will have 7 images here of the planet in orbit. So it's going to be like this. Okay, like that and like that. So I hope you understand how to draw the planet in orbit. And this is how the whole image is generated.